So other news now on the latest developments in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. The defence failing in its efforts to block the state from leading evidence on accused number 2's medical report.
The defence has now moved to argue that the evidence of a tracking device that the state wants to re-examine a witness on is new evidence that was never initially led. The court has ordered that legal representatives prepare heads of argument for this application, which will be heard on Friday.
The trial within a trial is currently underway to look into whether confession statements submitted by accused number 1 and accused number 2 were made freely. Linda Mnisi has the latest.
Ntanzi's medical report of the 22nd of June was at the centre of arguments on Thursday, with the defence seeking to have it retracted. This document depicting that Ntanzi had no physical injuries was introduced by the defence during cross-examination of state witness Sergeant Vusumuzi Mokhane, absolving the state of the responsibility to prove its credibility. It's the defence's version that Ntanzi's confessions were coerced through assault between the 16th and 24th of June 2020. But they objected to the state leading Mokhane's evidence on it during re-examination.
The defense handed up the document. They approached the state and said, can we hand up this document? And we agreed. And they wanted to use the document which they used, but now that it appears as if it's to their disadvantage, now they want certain portions to be disregarded. It doesn't work this way or not.
Arguing on the right to a fair trial, the defense said this was new evidence that the state had not initially led.
The application, Mr. Ngomezulu, is not acceded to. It is dismissed.
Proceedings hit a snag when the state sought to counter the claims of a diversion in the route that the police took when Ntanzi was going to make his first confession. The defense previously argued that the diversion was for purposes of assaulting Ntanzi. The state tried to lead evidence on a tracking device of the vehicle that was used on the day, but the defense objected.
During examination, Chief, this evidence was not led.
It was put to Sergeant Mokhane in cross-examination that he took a detour.
Judge Rata Mokgwatleng has ordered that both sides of legal representatives prepare arguments that will be heard on Friday. Proceedings wrapped up with a second witness telling the court that accused number 1, Muzika Ukulelwa Sibia, gave the police directions to the scene of a pointing out. Ntanzi and Sibia made confessions and pointing outs respectively, whose admissibility is now subject to a trial within a trial. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the High Court in Pretoria.